Today on an all-new Dr. Phill.
Listen to me, you idiot! Shut up! Shut up!
Her daughter is 13.
Do you hate your mother?
Yes.
Do I ever want to go home? No, Mom! You're not home!
And out of control.
She grabbed the knife and was threatening to kill me.
I do not remember that.
And you don't remember banging her head against the sliding glass door?
I didn't touch her.
One of you's lying. What would you do if you had a 13-year-old daughter and she punched her brother in the face? What if she grabbed you by your mouth and chin and slammed your head into the refrigerator? What if she pulled a knife and held it to your throat and threatened, I am going to kill you? Well, today we're going to meet this teen terror and her mom, who says she has completely lost control of her daughter. And she just says, frankly, I'm out of options.
Listen to me, you idiot! Shut up! Shut up! Do I ever want to go home? No, Mom! You're not home! Do you not see the Do you not see the you put me through? Stop being stupid!
Monica says she's so fed up that she would surrender Micaiah to child services. She says, I'd just give her up if I thought it would help.
Listen to
drugs
me,
at
you
my
idiot!
house.
Shut up! Shut up!
My 13-year-old daughter, Micaiah, is out of control. She is very hateful to me.
I do not like you.
I can feel that. I
You
know you don't.
understand that?
Micaiah tells me that she hates me, that I'm stupid. She calls me a
When I'm pissed off and in my room punching the out of my wall, you should not come in there.
Micaiah has been arrested twice for third-degree assault for assaulting me. The first time Micaiah was arrested, she bit me on the inside of my bicep. Over the last several years, the police have been called to our home about 17 times. Micaiah is a master at manipulating people. I've seen her manipulate the police, doctors, teachers. She was suspended the first part of her 7th grade year. She was caught with tobacco. She's punched a hole in her wall. The hole didn't start out this big. It was 1 fist size. But over the last several weeks, it has gotten increasingly bigger and bigger. She has been taken to the emergency room numerous times. She's been in juvenile detention center twice. She spent 30 days in an inpatient residential care. And she was placed in a foster home for 4 months. The last year, Micaiah has run away from home 6 to 7 times. Micaiah has total control over me and my family. When she is gone, it's more peaceful.
You piss me off. You piss me off so much that I can't even be in the same house as you.
I fear the choices that Micaiah is doing right now will destroy her life and that she may end up dead.
Well, Monica's ex-husband, Cliff, the bio father of this child, is listening to the show by phone because there's an order of protection in place. We won't hear from Cliff until later when I can speak to him privately. But first, I want to talk to Micaiah's mother, Monica. Now, Monica, I'm going to ask you some questions that I think only a mother can give me insight to. See, I think everybody has a way of being in the world. Why is your daughter choosing this way?
Well, part of the reason I'm here is to find that out because I don't know why she's choosing to be this way. But I think it works for her to some extent. She doesn't feel like I love her. She honestly feels like I don't love her. She feels like I favor my other 3 children over her.
Do you?
I do not.
How do you react to her when she gets upset?
I try not to show any kind of reaction to her that she's causing me, that she's causing me to get angry, to get upset, or anything like that. I just try and remain kind of level.
I just heard a key word there. You said, I try. If you have ownership in why this girl is doing what she's doing, why she is running so hard, why she is so angry, you need to own it and tell me what it is, because you don't want to waste your time with me digging out of you what you already know to be true. What are you doing to screw this up?
I don't know.
Well, let me tell you what she says you're doing to screw it up.
Okay.
She says you're two-faced, and she absolutely hates you. She says that you've told her you're acting just like your dad. True or false?
That is true.
I asked you just a few minutes ago, what is it you're doing that's contributing to her maladaptive behavior, her lack of adjustment into this family and into this life? You said, I've got no idea. Well, you've said I would turn her over to Child Protective Services if I could. If I thought it'd help, yeah, take her. Go with her. That's not what a kid wants to hear. You act just like your dad, who, by the way, you're divorced from. So that's not a ringing endorsement. She says you yell that it's always her fault. She says that you hit and slap her in the face. True or false?
False.
Never hit her?
No.
Okay. She says that you put her on meds that don't fit, that you've thrown a chair and that you've choked her.
Not true.
Tells her every day, not occasionally, but every day, I wish I had never had you.
Never said that. Those words have never come out of my mouth.
She said during big fights, you say, I so wish I had had an abortion.
Never said that.
All right, Monica says last year her daughter was handcuffed and charged with third-degree assault after Micaiah threatened her life. Take a look at this.
Micaiah's aggression towards me has gotten so bad that she threatened to kill me with a bread knife. She had got suspended from school for having tobacco in her backpack and had tried to blame her sister and her brother for it being theirs. She was mad that her brother had said no, it wasn't his, and so she kicked him in the groin, and I got between the two of them to break the fight up. She pulled out this knife and held it up to me, and she told me she was going to kill me. She grabbed me and she was holding the knife and she was going to kill me, bitch, is what she said to me. My 11-year-old son then had to call 911.
911, what's the emergency?
She's grabbing a knife and she's trying to hurt my mom.
Is that Michaela doing all the screaming?
She was arrested for third-degree assault once again.
Monica says her 13-year-old daughter, Micaiah, is so out of control she needed help to get her to the show. We sent a team of professional transporters to Monica's home to help bring her here. Were they successful? Well, let's take a look.
Monica?
Yes.
I'm Victor Lopez. Nice to meet you. This is my partner,
Lonnie Vasquez.
Hi, Lonnie.
Hi, how are you?
Come on in. I can't control her. She's running away. Verbally abusive, physically abusive.
We're here to take you from point A to point B safely.
Hi.
Hi, Micaiah. How are you?
Good.
Did you get my message?
Yeah?
You know, Connie really wants you to babysit, so
When?
tonight, like about 6 o'clock.
All right.
I've got butterflies in my stomach. I'm really nervous about it. My brother Ryan and sister-in-law are going to pick her up and bring her here.
So when they pull up, we'll be in the Suburban. Once they pull up, we will pull up right behind them.
I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know whether she'll be kicking and screaming and swearing.
Basically, we expect the worst.
All right, she already gave us a 3-minute signal. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Get out.
Next, did she put up a fight? Did she take off running? Did she make it to the show? Or is it going to be just me and Mom trying to solve their problems? Find out when we come back.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Monday on an all-new Dr. Phill.
I'm gonna go get the spanking spoon.
He wanted his wife to repent.
That's one. You want another one?
You said I was spanking the demons out of her.
I said she looked like she had demons.
The shocking video
Say yes, sir.
Were you possessed?
that will have everyone talking.
I did it to stop the bad behavior. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong!
That's Monday.
The text messages that Micaiah has sent me have been horrible. She's told me to that I'm crazy, that I don't love her. It's very, very hurtful.
Well, Monica says her daughter Micaiah ran away from home 2 weeks ago, so she was worried about getting her to the show by herself. So we sent professional transporters to help Monica get her daughter here safely. Didn't want any drama, wanted everything safe. Take a look.
Get out.
Hi, Micaiah. I wanted to introduce you to some people that are going to help you. This is Victor, and this is Lonnie.
I'm gonna have to ask you for your cell phone.
Why?
And we'll explain everything once you get in the vehicle.
We can do this the easy way, we can do this the hard way.
Thank you.
Where are you taking me?
I'll let you know once we get in the car.
You try to run, we're gonna have to chase you down. And then he has handcuffs.
I'm not gonna run. Where would I go? I have no place to go. I'm just pretty pissed off.
You know what? I don't blame you. What was the first thing, like, you realized, man, I did not like my mom. What happened?
When she took us away from our dad, then she took me into a mental hospital, put me on, like, a lot of drugs.
As I'm seeing them drive off, I'm worried, I'm scared. I am starting to feel a little bit, I don't know if relief is the right word. It's been a really emotional day.
Well, she's made it. Transporters Victor and Lonnie have been with her every step of the way, ensuring her safety and well-being. So, Micaiah, come on out. Okay. Your mother is saying that the things that you're saying that she has said to you, done to you, the ways in which she engaged you are just simply not true. So one of you's lying.
The truth is that she has said this to me. Every single day I hear it, that she wished she never had me. When we get into big fights, she tells me that she wished she would have had an abortion.
So your mother's lying to me.
Correct.
Why would she do that?
Because, like I told you when I was on the phone, she is two-faced. She only acts, appropriate around me when there is authority around.
So if somebody's around that could impact her life or judge her in some way or create havoc for her, then she puts on a goody two-shoes face and behaves differently.
Correct.
And how about the things that we were describing with regard to you about pulling a knife and threatening to hurt people and saying hurtful things? What about that?
Well, she told me that I pulled a knife on her. I do not recall pulling a knife on her.
What do you mean you don't remember?
I don't remember. I remember because we were in the kitchen, she threw the chair on my legs, and then I was walking across the room to my back door to leave the house, which is when she tackled me on the floor, which is when her hand was around my neck, and then my younger brother was kicking my head, and I, passed out. I just remember waking up, and the cops were there, and I was in handcuffs.
Why was your younger brother kicking your head?
Because I was biting my mom's arm because I couldn't breathe.
And why couldn't you breathe?
Because my mom's arm was around my neck.
She was choking you?
Correct.
Did that happen?
There were parts of it that I would agree with.
Were you on the floor with your daughter with your arm around her neck?
I was on the floor with my daughter holding her arms and legs so that she wouldn't hurt me, herself, or anybody else.
Okay, what happened that triggered this where you had to do a takedown and restrain her?
She had grabbed the knife and was threatening to kill me.
But you don't remember pulling the knife?
Correct, I do not remember that.
And you don't remember banging her head against the sliding glass door?
I didn't touch her, she touched me.
Despite the fact that Micaiah said she never wanted to speak to her mom again, she had a lot to say once they arrived in Los Angeles. Take a look.
Why is it come to this point that you have to take me out of my house to drive me all the way to LA?
I've tried everything else that I know to do
By
to try and help
taking me to
you.
mental hospitals and put me on medication, I was working hard to get to a place where I could be stable and not want to kill myself every single night.
I understand that.
No, you don't understand that, Mom. No, Mom, listen to me. Listen to me. Do you ever go to your room at night and cry and cut?
No.
Do you? No.
No.
No. Did your mom tell you that she hated you? No. Do you have a giant hole in your wall because you get so pissed off that you don't know what to do? No. Then you have never been through what I went through. Therefore, you will never understand what I'm going through. Therefore, you will never understand me.
That's why I'm trying to
Do you know
find
nothing
that
about
out.
me? Do you know my best friend? No. Do you know anything about me? No.
But
I do
I
not
can
want to talk to you
understand
because I do not like you.
I can feel that.
Do you
I know you
understand
don't.
that?
I don't understand that, and I'm trying to understand
because you
that.
will never understand that. Do you think that I really need medication?
I don't know. I'm thinking that medication
I think you're
might.
full of so shut up. I do not like you. I hate you, Mom.
I've heard
Get
you say that.
through your head.
And where you've been staying with Emily, that's a better situation?
Obviously. Have I left? No. You're just pissed off because she can still be a better mother to me than you can ever be. Do I ever want to go home? No, Mom. You are not home. Emily is my home. Emily is my mother, not you.
Do you hate your mother?
Yes.
Why?
Because of everything that she has put me through. I have been through hospitals, therapists that have not helped me, medication that have left me in my bathroom wanting to kill myself.
Have you attempted to kill yourself?
Yes.
5 times?
More than that.
You've been hospitalized for it 5 times.
Correct.
You understand that your behavior means that somebody has to do something to protect you from yourself.
But the thing was, my behavior wasn't like that until I went to the hospitals. Until the first time I went to the hospital, I came out, I was not the same.
Why did you wind up in the hospital?
Because my mom took me there because she didn't want me around the house.
So she just thought, you know, it's just too crowded here, I'm going to take her to the hospital.
Pretty much.
Now, you don't believe that.
I do, honestly.
You have no ownership in it whatsoever.
Correct.
Okay, Micaiah says her mom ruined her life by keeping her away from her father. We're going to find out what he has to say about all this when we come back.
Can I go and live with my dad? I want to know why I cannot go and live with my dad. She took me away from my dad. He's always been there for me when my mom hasn't.
Here's a picture of our family when Micaiah was only 3. And at some point, Micaiah has cut me out of the picture. She's angry at me and she doesn't want me in there. It's really, really sad.
Monica says her 13-year-old daughter, Micaiah, has assaulted her twice, pulled a knife on her, shoved her, bitten her, bullied her siblings, and now wants nothing to do with her. Monica says Micaiah's bad behavior spiraled out of control when her marriage went south.
My ex-husband and I separated 5 years ago. I think that has had an impact on Micaiah's behavior.
Can I go and live with my dad? I want to know why I cannot go and live with my dad.
Because your dad hasn't done the necessary things. Micaiah was close with her dad prior to the separation. Micaiah was definitely her dad's favorite child, and they spent a lot of time together, just the two of them.
She took me away from my dad. My dad was like the biggest role model in my life. He's always pushed me to do my best. He's always been there for me when my mom hasn't.
You say all of this really upsets you, what she's saying now about all this. Why?
Well, there's a lot of reasons why. Number one, her dad has not been involved in her life since really 2009. And in 2011, he could only have supervised visits with the kids. And then in 2012, that changed to therapeutic supervised visits with the children. He's been kicked out of 3 different institutions that oversee these supervised visits. Furthermore, when he had those when he did have visits set up, there were many, many times where the other 3 kids would go and Micaiah didn't want to go because she didn't want to see her dad.
I refused to see my dad for was it about a year? Mm-hmm. But that was because the therapist that my mom was making me see at the time, she told me not to.
Okay, so why is he under a protective order where I can't even talk to him with you two here?
There's a protection order in place with me because of domestic violence.
So what do you want?
What do I want? I want to be happy. I want this to be resolved. I do not want to go home with my mom.
And where would you live over the next couple of years?
Like for now, I want to live with Emily, which is who I've been staying with.
And who is that?
My best friend's mom.
Have you done anything maladaptive there?
No.
You don't steal, fight, tear stuff up,
Do drugs?
run away, do drugs?
I don't do drugs in her house. No, she does not know that I do drugs.
Well, she does now.
Does she know you drink?
What?
Does she know you drink?
No, that's a drug.
All right, I'm going to excuse Monica and her daughter now so I can talk to the father in this, Monica's ex-husband, Cliff. There's a protection order in place. The three cannot be in any kind of contact, even through me or on the phone or whatever, regarding Cliff and his ex-wife. I'm going to talk to him when we come back, and then we'll come up with a plan here. We'll be right back.
I had more fun in jail than living with you, Mom. You make me miserable. You piss me off. You piss me off so much that I can't even be in the same house as you.
What would make a 13-year-old hate her mother so much that she refuses to live with her? Well, people have different points of view and opinions. I'm going to ask her father, Cliff, that very question. What do you have to add to the understanding here about what I might be able to use to help your daughter?
So, in my opinion, Monica plays the victim very well. Yes, is there a restraining order? Absolutely. Now, do you know the circumstances behind that? I don't think you do, and Monica probably won't tell you this, but she tried to break down my door to my apartment, and I called the cops. They came out. They were going to arrest her, and I didn't want that when we were separated, and I called her over and over and over and over, and I got charged with phone harassment, which is under domestic violence. We had joint custody of the kids, and she was talking to the kids about stuff, and I defended myself and got them involved in adult issues, told them that their mom was a liar, and I got in trouble for that, and I paid, and we started doing supervised visits. The judge ordered supervised visits, and she said, if the kids are asking to do supervised visits outside, do stuff outside of the supervised visits, and both parties agree to go ahead and do it. Well, the kids were asking, McKay in specific was asking to do things outside of those supervised visits. She wanted to go to lunch, she wanted to go fishing, she wanted to go camping. And each week I sent emails to Monica saying, hey, McKay is asking to do this. And the judge says it's okay if we both agree. And she wouldn't agree. After that fourth week is when McKay started throwing fits and doing this. And so the supervised visits changed when Monica got a therapist to write a letter that said that McKay and Bo needed therapeutic visits. Well, mysteriously, that therapist was no longer used after that order was changed to therapeutic visits. So every time we made progress, something happened, a letter from a therapist, or Monica would contact the therapist and say, hey, Cliff was telling the kids that underage drinking's okay. We need to stop these visits. And they would believe her.
Can I jump in here a second?
Absolutely.
Is there anything that you can share with me that would help me help your daughter find some peace?
You know, if Monica isn't helped, McKay won't get helped. If I'm not helped, McKay won't get helped. Okay,
let me rephrase the question. Is there anything you can tell me that would help me help your daughter find some peace? I'm really not here to try to improve your relationship with Monica. I don't think you want to reconcile with her or she with you. What I'm interested in is if there's anything you can share with me that I can use to help your daughter find some peace in her life.
Yeah, if she has a father, she's been begging for a father, and if outside influences can stop sabotaging the progress with that, that's what can help.
What is your opinion of why Micaiah is so violently angry?
My opinion is she feels that Monica is keeping her from her father. She has said it many times that she wants to be with me. and Monica does anything and everything to prevent it.
Okay, so you think if she was with you that the anger would resolve?
I'm thinking that if she could spend time with me, not necessarily be with me full time, I don't want to take her from her mom. I want to enhance her life and get that anger out of her. And if she can spend time with her father, she can have both parents in her life, which she needs both parents.
It's going to be very difficult to co-parent with you and Monica having so much anger and angst that is obviously very raw between the two of you.
She's never been willing to co-parent, even when the anger wasn't there. She's always been controlling and manipulating and wants to make all the decisions. She was always that way.
All right, gotcha. All right, Cliff, I'm going to have to say goodbye for now. You'll be able to continue listening as we wrap things up here. Next, is there any way for Micaiah and Monica to call a truce? I'm going to bring them back out. I'm going to tell them what I think needs to happen here after the break.
I have 3 other children. Micaiah's behavior is very difficult with the other kids. They wished Micaiah would go live someplace else. My daughter, Kylie's very mad at Micaiah for what she's doing.
She's hurtful to my brothers. She just wants to feel like everything revolves around her. I'm really mad at her.
It's very scary for all of the kids.
Okay, well, there's another sister involved here, and that's Kylie, right?
Yes.
Your sister, Kylie. What's the truth here? And I hate to put you on the spot, but all I'm trying to do is help this family, and I can't do it if I don't know the truth.
My mom's a very loving mom, and she's trying to help Micaiah. She's trying as hard as she can. She just wants the best for her, and she doesn't know why she feels angry. And when she's punching walls and is refusing to get my mom's help, she doesn't know what to do.
How do you get along with your sister?
We get along most of the time, but as soon as something makes her angry or upset, then she just goes off, and then we lose that connection.
Have you heard your mother say to her numerous times, "I'm sorry I ever had you, I wish I'd gotten an abortion," any of that?
No, I've never heard her say that.
This is not a Micaiah problem. It's not like you're the bad seed here, you're the bad kid, you're the one that's the screw up, and if we could just get you fixed, this family would be fine.
Why are you shaking your head?
Because it's not just
Then why do I feel like that? When I'm over here getting therapy, nobody else is doing therapy, it's all just me. You're all just playing the game. I'm actually over here working. I was working with Tanya, I was working with everybody, Mom. I was working so hard to get to a place where I could control my anger and let it out in a positive way. That's why I was punching my walls instead of cutting and instead of taking it out on you. So if you had a choice, me cutting myself or me punching holes in my wall, which would you pick?
The holes in the wall, I guess?
Exactly.
You're not the first angry young girl that I have talked to. I get that you're really upset right now. And frankly, I don't look at you and ask myself why you're upset, angry, cutting, knocking holes in walls, running away, medicating yourself with drugs or alcohol. I really ask myself, why not? The behavior really went off the rails about the time you and your husband started having a lot of trouble and you wound up getting a separation and a divorce. You know, for every action in this world, there's a reaction. And I think when that family started falling apart and everybody started choosing up sides and everything got hostile, you kind of got marginalized. You kind of got pushed over to the side here. You said, well, okay, so I'll make my own way. But it's not you. It's this whole family. I totally get that. Are you willing to go home, stop doing alcohol, stop smoking dope, and live harmoniously with your mother in your home?
No.
I think if I'm over here looking at you from her point of view, I don't see a soft place to fall at all.
Right.
You've withdrawn emotion here to a degree, have you not?
Yeah, it's a learned behavior, and I have, absolutely.
You're going to have to get over this hostility with your husband. I don't know, you know, I've got some information about why y'all got a divorce. It's still very raw. You take great pleasure in dogging on him, and he takes great pleasure in dogging on you, in my opinion. I ask him, you know, what can I do to help your daughter? What can you tell me that would help me help your daughter? And he spent 75% of the time telling me what a saboteur you are. You two need to get this resolved, and I'm willing to get you some help with that, very specialized help with that, and I'm willing to offer you some very specialized help as well. But there is no point in her doing the things she needs to do if this family doesn't do what it needs to do, because you can take her off and get her happy in a vacuum over here, off by herself, and she comes back into this toxic environment. It's going to be the same way it was before she left. There is no point in helping her if you people don't change your game. No point in it. No point in it. She didn't choose any of this. The adults in this situation chose that, and she got caught in the crossfire. So, what do you think about what I'm saying?
I think that's 100% correct. Thank you.
I don't want you to go home. This is Matt Polachek right here. Matt, raise your hand. This is Matt Polachek here. He's from a place out here in California called the Center for Discovery. It's down in Whittier. And I want to introduce you guys to Matt and let you talk backstage. But going home with her, to me, is not an option. Fair enough? All right. These days, it seems like so many young girls are struggling like Micaiah. Well, there are other options. Next, I have a big announcement about my wife, Robin, and how she's helping girls all over America become confident, empowered, and strong young women. We'll be right back. Okay, I am here with my wife, Robin, who has been working incredibly hard on her foundation, When Georgia Smiled, the Robin McGraw Revelation Foundation.
It's been such an incredible year since launching the foundation, and we have been so busy. We're helping shelters, providing legal services to women and children, and doing all we can to improve the lives of those affected by domestic violence so they can live safe, healthy, and joy-filled lives. And that's just the beginning.
Well, it's just the beginning because I have some big news. But first, we're going to invite someone very special to join us. Please welcome the CEO of Girl Scouts of the USA, Ana Maria Chavez. How are you? Good morning. Good to see you. Good morning. Good to see you. Now, the reason I've asked Ana to join us is because she is involved with some big plans with Robin's Foundation.
I love this woman and everything Girl Scouts stand for. They help build girls of courage, confidence, and character, and who wouldn't want all of those qualities?
And today I get to play the role of proud husband because I've been given the honor of sharing some huge news. Are you ready? Okay. I am thrilled to announce that my wife, Robin McGraw, has just been named the celebrity spokeswoman for Girl Scouts of the USA. Now, this is so in her wheelhouse because Girl Scouts have been instrumental in shaping girls into success stories. Did you know that almost every female astronaut was a Girl Scout?
Some of the biggest celebrities were Girl Scouts, too. For example, Dakota Fanning, I love her, Taylor Swift, Gwyneth Paltrow, Venus Williams, and Michelle Obama.
How about that?
And now we have Robin! We are so
excited to have her support and the support of her amazing foundation, When Georgia Smiled, because they promised to help us with our major campaign called To Get Her There. It is the largest fundraising campaign for girls' leadership in the history of the United States. So thank you for your support.
Thank you so much. Well, I cannot tell you how much this means to me. I was actually a Girl Scout growing up my entire life, and I have to tell you, I was a brownie leader before we ever even had children. Of course, we never had a daughter, but...
Seriously, we're married for like months, and I come home, she says, I got a brownie troop. I said, we don't have a daughter. I know.
I called the Girl Scout Council when we were first married. I said, yes, I'd like to volunteer. I want to volunteer to be a brownie leader. And they said, great, great. What school does your daughter go to? I said, well, I actually don't have a daughter. I have no children, newlywed, but I still want to volunteer. And they said, wow, this is a first. But I got myself a brownie troop, and it was so much fun. They were just adorable, adorable. I made one mistake. I read the newsletter out loud to them before I really scanned it. And I said, oh, girls, we're going to have a camp out, citywide camp out. They got all excited. And then I went, oh, whoa, wait a minute. We're not eligible. First-year brownies. Of course, they're all crying. They all start crying. I'm like, oh, what have I done? We'll have a camp out in my backyard. And we did.
And they loved it, I'm sure.
Well, Robin, we have a little surprise for you. We received some video messages from your biggest Girl Scout fans. Here's what they had to say.
Hi, Robin. Some people think Girl Scouts is for the younger girls, but I'm a junior in high school and I'm still a Girl Scout. I love how you support young women to become strong, healthy, and help others.
Hi, Robin. I am 13 and love how you care about how Girl Scouts believe we can be and do anything by standing up for ourselves and having strong values.
The issues of violence and abuse are very close to my heart. It is encouraging to me when persons such as Robin create programs that can help prevent abuse. She is an inspiration to me and to so many others.
I was watching when Robin said, if you allow other people to erode your good opinion of yourself, you're giving them power over you. It helped me to believe in myself. The only opinion that matters is yours.
Sweet of you both to say that.
Well, the Girl Scouts of the USA is collaborating with When Georgia Smiled, which is an amazing foundation, and they're going to help us enable girls across the country to reach their potential. You know, Girl Scouts has been around for 102 years. We've provided after-school programming for girls to allow them to become the leaders they want to be in their lives. And so for us, it's about creating new memories with them. It's about enlightening them and educating them so they can place a major focus on not only on their lives, but how they can change lives in their local communities.
To help transform as many girls' lives as possible, my foundation, When Georgia Smiled, is joining forces with Girl Scouts of USA's To Get Her There fundraising campaign to do just that. We all must be diligent and passionate in our support for girls, and it begins today.
We'll tell you how you can help girls across the country when we come back. Well, I am here with my wife, Robin, and CEO Ana Maria Chavez. We've just announced that Robin is the celebrity spokesperson for Girl Scouts of the USA.
Girl and adult members in every U.S. zip code, and we're in over 90 countries in the world. But we also have 30,000 girls on wait lists nationwide who want to join, but cannot because we have a shortage of volunteers.
I mentioned earlier that we need your help to ensure that every girl in every zip code has an opportunity to become a Girl Scout. Go to girlscouts.org/join for more information.
If you want to support Girl Scouts, you can also go to Robin's website, whengeorgiasmile.org. All contributions will go directly to the Girl Scouts of the USA to invest in girls so they can change the world.
Of course, the Girl Scouts didn't come empty-handed. I mean, who doesn't love their cookies? I know I do. My favorite is, of course, the Thin Mints. I have a box of Girl Scout cookies for everyone in the audience.
My guest, and a special thanks to Ana Maria Chavez. And congratulations to you, Robin. I am so proud of you. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Thanks, guys.
Hello. I'm Anthony.
Nice to
I'm
meet
the
you.
resource director here at the show. This is Dr. Matt Polachek. Did you have a chance to think about it?
It's better than going home.
That's damn right. Let's get moving.
Dr. Phill said some pretty inspiring things. It made me happy that he actually told my mom that it's not all my fault.
I think that's great, and I think it's definitely a start. We're moving in the right direction.
Dr. Phill, thank you for everything that you've done for me. You've helped me a lot.
Today, on an all-new Dr. Phill, will the new year bring changes for a wife who's gained over 100 pounds?
You're saying you're ashamed to take this woman out?
I don't want to be seen with her in public.
You're incredible.
A playboy faced with an ultimatum.
Usually I date 5 to 10 women at the same time.
Do you want to continue seeing me? All the other women have to go.
Are you willing to do that?
And a single woman looking for...
a guy that has a Steve Harvey sense of humor.
Nobody's that good. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
If it matters to you, that's what I want to talk about. Are we ready in the booth? Let's do it. Go, Dr. Phill. Well, Happy New Year! Well, it's 2011 and the first Monday of the new year. Now, I know it's resolution time, but not for my guest today. It's actually their loved ones who are turning them in and trying to make them make drastic changes starting right now. Now, 2011 isn't the only number that is significant today. Take a look at these. 100. That is the amount of weight that Michael says his wife Allison gained during her pregnancy. 2 is the number of weeks Natasha says she's giving her boyfriend Sean to commit to her, or she's going to kick him to the curb. We'll talk to them later, but first, 10. That is the number of years that Marcia hasn't had a date. But her daughter Adia is vowing to get her one in the new year instead of waiting for, as her mother says, God to deliver the perfect man right to her doorstep. Take a look.
I cannot remember when the last time I went on a date.
I think that my mother's very picky when it comes to selecting guys.
He would be a man of faith, funny, fit, taller, independent, have his own car. He would not be living at his mother's house. Not just any man will do. The ultimate would be a man who carries a handkerchief. I am just very impressed with a man who carries a handkerchief.
My grandmother suggested that my mom go on eHarmony.
He wants to date, but nothing serious. I've tried online dating, and the man that I was talking with name was Jaden. Come on, whose name is Jaden in my age group?
My mother says that she wants a man, she wants to find love, but she does not want it to be a full-time job because she already has one.
I am waiting for the perfect man to knock on my door and say, here I am. I usually tease my daughter and say I want him to say, here I am, the Lord sent me, but I'll go with here I am, Dr. Phill sent me.
Okay, now, do you want a man?
Yes, I do.
You do? Why?
Yes, I do. Because I'm in a perfect stage in my life. We could travel. I'm not raising children. My children are raised.
Yeah.
I want a companion. I want to share my life with someone.
Okay, so you actually want someone to share with.
I do.
And you want it for the right reasons. Do you believe her?
No.
No? You were looking real skeptical over there. Why do you say no?
I don't, because she doesn't want to do what it takes to find a man. So how can you want something?
What am I supposed to do? I don't want to go out to clubs. That's not me. I don't want to look at every man, like every man in the audience, and say, is he available? Is he available?
And I think she should.
Well, let's take a minute here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Anybody strike your fancy out here? We could check them out. No, I won't ask you to do that.
I've already seen 3.
But you can't. Which 3 did you pick out?
There's a gentleman right here in the front row.
Okay,
I don't know if he's married, but you know.
Are you married?
Oh, well, no. No good.
No.
And then there's a guy right here. You married?
Where? Which one?
Oh, see, he's not married, Mom.
Which one?
Right here in the leather coat, right there.
Leather coat? Stand up. Let's look you over here. All right, that's a good-looking guy here. Okay, so that's one, but you're not married? No? What's your name?
Farouk Abunga.
Farouk Abunga? Could we call you Bob? Okay. You're kind of young. How old are you?
35.
35?
He's legal.
No, wait,
he's legal.
Wait, no. That's way too young.
What do you mean he's legal?
He's legal. My mom can be a cougar. I'm okay with that.
So, could you be a cougar?
I could, but not 25.
Not 25. Not 25. Well, let's take a review of your list of requirements for a potential mate, because this seemed like a pretty steep hill to climb. Can't be younger than 55 or older than 65, so it's a pretty narrow window. Outgoing and energetic, okay.
Yes.
Wants to go dancing or listen to jazz. Can't have more than one ex-wife. Must have independent, grown children, if any. Christian, financially secure. Must carry a handkerchief.
Well,
must be taller than her when she's wearing heels. Must be willing to move around the country with her. Easy on the eyes, tall, dark, and handsome. Must open doors, must walk her to the door, but not expect to come in. This isn't a dog. Stay. Stay. Flowers, got to be spontaneous, must take charge, make plans, loyal, trustworthy, and caring. Oh, it is a dog. Okay. Does not live with his mama. He's got to have his own car and a house.
yes.
So you don't want a flake.
Right, and I don't want an old man either.
You don't want an old man?
No.
Okay.
I want him to be breathing and energetic and ready to do things.
She doesn't want somebody on their deathbed.
Well, no, of course not.
I think my list is something that every woman wants.
All right. Now, Marcia's sister, Mary, has tried many times to fix her sister up. Now, she's on the phone with us to tell us how these dates went. Was she a willing participant?
She was not a willing participant. I've tried to fix her up on several dates. She usually has a lot of excuses. The couple of dates that I did fix her up on, the first one, she went to visit where he was playing. He's a musician, and I thought they would be perfect together. He fell within her age bracket. But when she got there, she assumed that he knew exactly who she was, which he didn't. She put her phone number in his tip jar, so of course he didn't realize who it was.
But I kind of like that, though. You put your phone number in his tip jar? Did you say anything that I'm the girl you were supposed to meet today?
I put a little message in there with my name and my number.
Well, see, that's got a little mystery to it. I like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Phill,
yes.
she put her number in there, but she never really approached him. She assumed that he just knew exactly who she was, and when she felt he didn't know who she was, she left. She thought he wasn't interested.
All right, now, Marcia, you're kind of old-fashioned, right? You think a guy should approach a woman?
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And that was an effort to put my name out there with my number and give it to him.
Yeah, well, that seems to me like reasonable. But now, you understand that if you want what you want, you got to do something to get it, right? You got to get in a target-rich environment.
And I'm here, right. Dr. Phill, how many guys are in this environment?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of women here.
But everywhere you
And
go,
Bob.
this...
You've got a lot of women and Bob. All right, now, next, I sent a very good friend of mine. He's one of the funniest guys I know to give Marcia some critical dating advice right after the break.
When I retire, my plan is to move near my daughter so that I can see my grandchildren more.
I would like my mom to have her own life and find a man. I think that at 32, I'm more than capable of living in another city without my mother. Dr. Phill, I really love my mother, but I really don't want her moving around with me for the next 7 to 15 years.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. But I wanted to do a house call here, so I asked a really good friend of mine, who I think is one of the funniest people on the globe, Steve Harvey, to pay a surprise visit to Marcia to give her some hardcore dating tips. Take a look.
Hey, Dr. Phill, this is your buddy Steve Harvey, and I'm going to see Marcia and Adia and see if I can't ask a couple of questions that might help you get to the bottom of all of this.
Steve Harvey.
Hey. Get your money hand. What's up? How y'all doing?
How are you?
Oh, I see you. I didn't know y'all was going to be cute. Okay, so tell me exactly what's going on from your perspective.
From my perspective is I really want my mother to get out there and date. It's her time now, and I want her to make herself available, which she won't do.
Is it really true, though, that you want the guy to walk up to the door?
She wants him to ring the doorbell and say, "The Lord sent me."
Really?
That's what I tell her.
Ding dong, it's him, mommy, it's him. And everybody go running to the door, and you open it up, and Danny Glover standing there.
I'll take any one of them.
So when you first meet the guy, what are you looking for?
A guy that has a conversation. We can talk, you know. A guy that has a sense of humor. Maybe not a Steve Harvey sense of humor, but a sense of humor.
Nobody's that good.
I know.
So
I'd say.
He's gone. He's around. It's around. You know? I'm here. That's it.
I do have a sense of humor, but it's a dry sense of humor, so that eyebrow just went up.
Yeah, well, you just scared every man watching the show.
Man.
I've got a sense of humor, but it's dry.
Okay.
That's very funny. I'm cracking up right now on the inside.
Can I speak for her?
No, I don't
Yes,
want
you
you.
can.
She wants somebody energetic who's willing to travel with her, willing to go places, doesn't want to just sit in a rocking chair and
That's fair.
watch the grandkids.
That's fair.
You want somebody taller than you, even when she wears heels.
Right. Yeah, you want to look up to your man.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't want to kiss him
somebody
on
in
the
shape.
top of his bald head. Baby, come on. Baby, come on now. You don't want to do that?
No.
Okay. When you disarm a man with your personality, when you come out with it, when you're bubbly and really sweet, that draws a guy's attention.
Mm-hmm.
You could be pulling all types of guys out of the woodwork. You know, you have a great smile, you got pretty eyes, you take care of your hair, you got your makeup banging. You win it. Let's go. Let's put all this
So I'm
together.
halfway there.
You're
3/4
80% there.
Okay.
You quit tripping yourself out with your little crazy self. Just sitting over here going, I don't want to go out there. Quit saying that.
Okay.
I think all this information should help Dr. Phill kind of help you all out, you know, because he's pretty good at it.
Yeah, I think he is too.
So I think we'll find a match.
Steve Harvey said that I need to be more bubbly, more energetic, and I need to be open to new experiences. So I'm going to take that to heart, and hopefully Dr. Phill can expound on that with me.
All right, now... Steve Harvey is crazy.
Yes, he is.
He is crazy. But, you know, he actually has some common sense advice. He's telling you, you got to put yourself out there, right? And you're saying, I'm busy. I got a job. I don't need a job. It's not a job if it's fun. See, here's the thing to think about. You don't know that the next corner you turn, the next person you meet, the next person that steps up and says hello might be the guy you've been looking for. I mean, isn't that kind of fun to have a little bit of the unknown out there where you can just kind of see what happens?
But it hasn't happened in 10 years, Dr. Phill. I've been turning corners every day.
No, you're not. Listen, you got to put yourself in a target-rich environment. You got to decide. You got to decide where You can go to meet someone that it's not just like 1 in a million. They're not going to come to your front porch. They're not going to jump on the hood of your car and tap on the windshield and say, it's me. I'm the guy. You got to, whether it's at church or you volunteer in a community arts group, or you go get in a tennis league, or you go take dancing. You do something where you get around guys. You got to be willing to put yourself out there.
I suggested speed dating. Know what she told me? Weirdos do speed dating.
Weirdos do speed dating. And you don't like this internet dating business?
No, not at all.
Okay, why?
Well, first of all, the application was so long. It took me a long time to do the application.
But doesn't that tell you that they're doing their homework?
And then how do you know who you're talking to out there?
Well, okay. I got the solution for this, as Steve Harvey does. Okay, Steve, by the way, he's written a book that you need to read. All of y'all need to read this. He has a new book. It's called Straight Talk, No Chasers. And it's in bookstores today. And this is the book, and I've read the manuscript before it ever came out. This is a great book. He is offering you a year's membership to his dating website, which is called locateyourlove.com. But you can upload videos on there. So you actually get to see the guy before you even have to exchange an email with him. So he's going to hook you up at locateyourlove.com for a year, and I don't think you'll need that, but that's a target-rich environment. Okay. See, the difference between people whose resolutions work and those that don't are people who actually sit down and make a plan. If you resolve you're going to do 5 things a month for the next 3 months, the chances of you meeting somebody goes exponential. You could do that, couldn't you?
I could do that.
Would she?
Won't. No.
I will. I will.
She won't. I said, Mom, let's go bowling. I'm going to chip my nails.
Okay.
I will, Dr. Phill.
Okay, you got to quit saying no and start saying yes. For all of you at home that are watching her, maybe you want to meet her. I don't know. You can find her on locateyourlove.com. But you're going to have to get through Steve Harvey and me, so if you're some kind of weirdo speed dater, don't even try. Okay, but you got to get busy, all right? You got to put yourself out there, and she's doing this for you.
Because she doesn't want me to travel around with her.
Well, she just doesn't want to be. She doesn't want to be stalked by her mother.
Yes,
and I want her to be happy.
She wants you to have a life and be happy, and then you can come and visit.
Okay.
Okay, we'll work on that. All right. Next, a husband who is so embarrassed by his wife's weight that he refuses to be seen in public with her. We'll be right back.
I'm embarrassed to take Allison out to the movies, to go out to eat, to meet my friends because of the way she looks. This is my trophy wife that I remember.
I'm afraid that he'd cheat on me. I'm afraid that he'll go and find some toothpick to replace me.
Weight loss, you know, weight loss is one of the most popular New Year's resolutions out there. Everybody's going to take off the pounds they picked up over the holidays. But it's not Allison who resolved to lose weight. It's her husband, Michael, who insists that she return to being a size 2 trophy wife.
I'm embarrassed to take Allison out to the movies, to meet my friends because of the way she looks.
It makes me feel horrible that Michael's embarrassed of me. Michael and I have been married for 3 years. The biggest problem in our marriage is my weight.
Allison was 130 pounds, always working out. This is my trophy wife that I remember.
Now I'm a size 22 and I weigh 249 pounds. I gained 80 pounds in the last 2 months of my pregnancy from eating corn dogs, lots of corn dogs, and milkshakes and fries.
Allison's fat because she's lazy, because she doesn't want to put the effort to go to the gym. You said you wanted a bike, we got you the bike, and you said that the bike was too hard.
250 pounds on a bike, not comfortable. I've tried dieting and working out, and the weight just doesn't come off like it used to.
How's Emily doing?
Emily. My husband refers to my stomach as Emily. Michael calls me names a lot. He calls me chunky monkey, heifer, and hippo, and fat. ass.
I do make comments just to make her feel bad about herself.
I'm afraid he'll leave me. I'm afraid that he'd cheat on me. I'm afraid that he'll go and find some toothpick to replace me.
Okay, this doesn't help.
No.
Do you think that this is actually helping her?
I tried helping her by giving her everything she wanted. She wanted an exercise bike.
Right.
Didn't work. She says it was too hard. Then she wanted the thing to attach back of the bike so my son can ride with her. Then didn't work. We ended up giving the bike away, brand new.
You call her hippo, chunky monkey,
and
fat
heifer,
heifer, and chubs.
Yep.
And your theory is this will shame her into doing it?
By doing that, I push her buttons on purpose and makes her feel bad about herself, so hopefully she'll do something about it.
How's that working for you?
Hasn't worked yet.
You couldn't do anything more wrong in sabotaging her for change if you sat down and strategized out how to keep her overweight. Is there a woman in this room that believes that calling you fat ass, chunky monkey, and hippo would say, all right, I want to make myself better for him? Is there anybody that believes that?
It's been 4 years.
I don't care if it's been 40 years. The wrong solution doesn't fix the right problem. You may be right that she needs to lose weight. I agree you need to lose weight, by the way.
Thanks.
No, I do. I think there's a return to health when you lose weight. There are a number of things that will improve when you get down to what is for you an ideal body weight. And I seriously doubt that's a size 2.
I would like to get back there, but if I don't have any help, there's
but
nothing
he says
I can
he's
do.
helped you. He says he's helped you.
Okay, no.
He buys you
buying
stuff
things, buying things, and then expecting me to be a full-time stay-at-home mom to our son, and then have time to keep our house looking like a hotel, and entertain my son, and have time to work out at the end of the day when he doesn't help me when he gets home from work is not possible.
Okay, you said, and this is a quote, you said, if I start crying, he says I should be losing weight so we won't argue.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so if he hurts your feelings, he says, again, just lose the weight
and then we're fine. Which I think is complete nonsense. I think that the weight's part of our problems, but I think that he needs to, be...
Are you attracted to her?
I'm not attracted to her at all.
You don't find her attractive at all?
I don't want to be seen with her in public. I don't want to. I take her out to movies late at nights at reserved seating, so we just go in the theater and we can get out as soon as possible. I try to stay in my office as long as I can, so I don't have to come up with any reason to come out and hang out with her.
Yeah.
But
are you all intimate? Are you sexually active?
Not really.
We used to have sex 6 times a day. Now maybe once a month.
You used to have sex 6 times a day?
Yes.
A lot.
A lot.
Well, no wonder you're just tired. I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around this. You're saying you're ashamed to take this woman out somewhere?
Yes. I like my trophy wife. When she was 130, when I met her, that's the person I fell in love with.
We literally went out and just did everything. And
yeah, we did everything
had
together.
Fun.
So why have you stayed? I mean, if you're so ashamed of her, if she's so despicable and disgusting to you, why have you stayed?
Because we have a son together. He's 3 years old. I mean,
so that's it. You're just staying for the child.
I don't want to. I want my son to have a mother and father.
But for him, you'd be gone.
If it wasn't for him, I'll be gone.
Yeah.
But if she would have listened to me from the beginning, she wouldn't be where she is, because the doctor gave her a list, told her not to eat salt, not to eat pasta, don't eat fatty food. What did she ask? Corn dog. A box of corn dog in 2 days. And then instead of using ketchup, she puts the corn dog in the ice cream as a ketchup. She wants McDonald's. She wants a spicy chicken sandwich. She wants milkshake, large French fries. Those are the things I told her.
I was hungry.
She gained 5 pounds every month till she hit 7 months. And then she gained 65 pounds 1 month.
Sure.
The doctor said that's not healthy for your kid.
What do you weigh?
I weigh 200.
200?
Yes.
He's not exactly the picture of perfect health either.
I gained that weight for eating the junk you ate when you were pregnant.
There's a lot of women out there right now thinking, hey, I know how you could lose 200 pounds in a hurry. All right, I'm going to say what I think needs to happen here when we come back.
I no longer have the spark for Allison.
Before I gained weight, we were intimate 5 times a day.
Now we only have sex once a week.
When Michael and I have sex, he makes me feel like I'm a $10 hooker. Get it done and get out.
Okay. Do you have a question for me?
I want to know how to fix this. I want to...
Fix what's this?
Him, my weight, our marriage.
Do you have a question for me?
I would like to ask, where I went wrong? What did I do wrong? I mean, I'm giving her everything she asked.
I'll answer that question. You want to know where you went wrong?
I mean, she wanted to bite again.
You are a big-mouth, abusive bully. I'm being honest with you. Your behavior, what you're doing is abusive. Okay. Really, it's abusive, and it's not working. Are you willing to change your strategy and approach?
If it's going to help her lose weight, yes.
Okay. Do you acknowledge that what you're doing isn't working?
Yes.
Do you acknowledge just intellectually that it is abusive to call someone derogatory names and put them down?
I would say it's wrong because it's not working.
Okay, but you don't think it's morally wrong. You don't think it's emotionally wrong.
I think I do it just to, push her buttons, and hopefully maybe she one day realized that she needed to do something
about
it.
Okay, well, in 4 years, it hasn't worked, okay? If you're beating your head against the wall for 4 years and the wall's not moving, you think, well, I gotta try something different, right?
Yes.
I'm going to help you. I'm going to get you to what weight you want, because you don't like this either.
No.
But I'm going to do this for you, not for him. Okay. And here's your problem. When she does, then you're going to come scratching at the door again, and it's going to occur to her that, you know what? He's not interested in me as a person. He doesn't respect me as a woman. He doesn't acknowledge that I'm the mother to his child. He's just interested in me because I'm hot.
I mean,
she's going to resent you once she gets there. I mean, this is a beautiful woman, and she gained weight. She gained weight, and the catalyst to that gaining weight is she got pregnant having your child.
But it's 3 years since she had a child. And we have a 24-hour gym with every exercise equipment available to her.
Okay, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to butt out.
Butt out.
Seriously. It's not working, Michael. I have a plan. There's a new program that we're involved with. It's called the 17-Day Diet. And this book has become a wildfire in America. It's by Dr. Mike Moreno. It is a scientifically based diet that changes every 17 days. So you, A, don't get bored, and B, you don't get plateaued. And so this has 4 17-day phases that you go through. And in fact, to keep you from having to even make a decision, we'll make this as structured for you as beginning, we're going to give you a year's worth of food delivery from Bistro MD. Okay, this is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, here's what they do. They have the 17-day diet program in Bistro MD. So they will look at the phase you're in, and they will put together exactly the combinations of food that you're supposed to eat for 17 days. Then they'll shift gears for 17 days. Then they'll shift gears for another 17 days. And we'll keep running this cycle till you get where you're going.
Okay.
And you don't deserve anything. But because I think it would be good to support, we'll make it available to you as well, because you could stand to lose a few. Right?
Yes.
You said, all right. Now, I want to introduce you to Robert Reams right here. Now, Robert Reams is a trainer. He's a nutritionist. He's also an ambassador for Gold's Gym. And Gold's Gym has agreed to give you a free 1-year membership and a personal trainer that will be coordinated by Robert Reams to get you going over the next 6 months. Now, Robert, you got to break a sweat here, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? You know what it's like.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to working out at all. I love working out.
I think this is just about a little shift in momentum, get some rhythm going, and getting busy again like you did before.
So we're going to structure you with a membership to the gym, a trainer that will hold you accountable. And let me tell you, you don't show up, you're going to have him in your face. Everyone watching the show right now can get a free 1-week VIP membership to the Gold's Gym, and you can get access to Robert Ream's new workout video as well. So all you have to do is go to drphil.com, click on the link. I know it's the first of the year. This will get you going. And now for 17-Day Diet, you can only get that book at 17daydiet.com. And it is a great way to start. I'm very impressed with this program. So we got a plan?
Yes.
And you're going to let Robert and me, the trainers, you're going to let them take over. Okay. All you got to do is just butt out.
Butt out. Got it.
Okay, easy enough?
Easy enough.
All right. He calls himself an international playboy. Can this womanizer be forced to commit to just one person in the new year? We'll see when we come back.
I haven't seen Sean for the last few months. I would like to see a commitment from him by New Year's.
I'm the type of guy that doesn't really like commitment. I'm the ultimate playboy. They call me the showstopper.
She knew he was a player and used to date 5 to 10 girls at a time. Now Natasha wants her boyfriend Sean to give up the other women and commit to her and her only. Take a look.
Hello, Dr. Phil. My name is Natasha. I haven't seen Sean for the last few months. I would like to see a commitment from him by New Year's.
I'm the type of guy that doesn't really like commitment. And I usually like to date about 5 to 10 women at the same time. I'm living the life every single guy dreams about. I'm the ultimate playboy. They call me the showstopper.
When I first met Sean, he presented himself as a playboy, arrogant, cocky, very into himself.
I am very well educated. I have traveled the world. I believe in having the whole package of beauty and brains.
He said at the beginning that he doesn't want a relationship. As I got to know him better, I saw a different side of him. I can definitely see Sean being serious with someone. My question to you, Dr. Phil, is Sean the right guy for me?
Okay, well, you're pretty proud of the way you turned out.
I've always been very independently happy and confident with myself. And I've always had the attitude that just because you're alone doesn't mean that you're lonely. Most boys, when they're growing up, they have these dreams of dating beautiful women.
Who are you talking to?
I'm sorry.
No, I just wondered if you were like selling this to the audience.
I'm very passionate about my views. I like to share it with a lot of people.
You don't want to settle down.
I'm not saying I'm completely opposed to settling down, but I've been very happily single for a long time, and it's worked for me, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
So what do you think about this?
It worked for me for a while. I grew up and lived all my life with a lot of pressure that you have to be married, committed, traditional, and it didn't work for me.
But now
we've been seeing each other for a while. Our feelings are evolving, and I need to make a decision whether I'm going to continue seeing him or not.
Our feelings are evolving or your feelings are evolving?
Ours.
Are you in love with her?
I don't really like using the word in love with someone.
Are you in love with him?
I can't say that, but we do have feelings for each other.
Yeah.
What would the feelings be like? You like really like him? Or
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
And
but you're not in love with him?
I can't say that yet. No, it's too soon for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your question for me?
Does he have a chance to be committed, and can he change?
No. No. Do you have any other questions?
I think what he's... I could see through him. I think everything he's saying, those are just the walls he's putting around himself. Deep inside, he's just a sweet teddy bear.
He has told you from the get-go. He's not somebody that dates you and sneaks around and dates somebody else. You've been very forthcoming with the women in your life that you're not interested in monogamy right now. But let me tell you something. A committed relationship, whether you call it marriage, dated, living, whatever, is tough enough when two people are both highly motivated to get together. When there is a disparate level of desire to do that, it becomes exponentially difficult. You want it, you don't. And until those things come into sync, this isn't going to work for you. And if you're saying you've put in some time here and he either needs to kind of step up and be at the level you're at, or you need to move on, then don't say that if you don't mean it.
I mean it.
Then you need to move on.
Okay.
Because you're not willing to make the kind of commitment that she's looking for right now, true?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think she's just a beautiful, lovely person. Just being in a line of work where I'm around a lot of young models who are kind of airheaded and vacant and don't have much personality. Being with her makes me feel like I'm with a real woman, and she's just a wonderful human being, and I would hate to lose her.
Are you willing to give up all these airheads?
I don't know. Just because I have been I've been very independently happy for a long time.
Let's take a break. When we come back, one of Sean's exes is here, and she has a warning for Natasha. We'll be right back. Well, I'm here with Sean and Natasha, and I don't know, maybe I'm seeing this too black and white here, because Sean describes himself as someone that doesn't feel the need to be plugged in and committed, although he says he's open to it at some point. It's been 1 year since they broke up, and Kaylin says that Sean is in no way ready to commit to one woman. Why do you say that?
He is very egotistical. I'm going to start there. And I heard you say something, oh, he's like a little teddy bear, and that's the mentality. As women, we want to fix people. We want to help them and nurture them, and you just see him as, oh, poor Sean. But when he starts feeling the actual feelings, he's going to get scared, and he's going to push you away.
Okay. So you want what from him at this point?
I want you to make a decision whether you can commit to me or not. I'm not going to be seeing you anymore if you can't do that.
And define commit.
Monogamous. All the other women have to go.
And are you willing to do that?
I'm willing to do so for her, just because I think she's the most amazing woman I've ever met.
You seem like you're nervous. We're putting you on the spot here.
Oh, okay. You are putting me on the spot.
No, well, she is, not me. I'm not asking you to commit to me. So, you believe the answer? The answer is yes, right?
Yes.
I think I do.
Will you keep us posted?
I will.
Okay, keep us posted, and you'll be honest with him, right?
Yeah, I'm very honest, if nothing else.
Well, let's wish him the best. Let's wish him the best. Let me change the subject for just a second. My good friend Oprah is launching OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network, and I'm going to be involved in several shows, including Ask Oprah's All-Stars, where Susie Orman and Dr. Mehmet Oz and myself are going to be taking questions live. I'm also going to be involved in a series called Finding Sarah, because I've been working extensively with Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, helping her kind of get a grip on things in her life. And I'm also involved in something called Your Own Show, which is hosted by Nancy O'Dell and Carson Kressley. I'm going to be one of several judges who will mentor contestants alongside Gayle King and others. Now, at the end of this competition, a very lucky person is going to end up with their own TV show on OWN. Take a look.
This January, be there for the launch of OWN, the new Oprah Winfrey Network. And only on OWN, Oprah's doing something she's never done before, giving someone their own show. Thousands auditioned. Now, only 10 will compete for the chance of a lifetime. Someone's life is about to change. Your Own Show, Oprah's Search for the Next TV Star, premieres Friday, January 7th at 9, exclusively on OWN, the new Oprah Winfrey Network.
Carson Kressley, one of the hosts of Your Own Show, is taking time out of his busy schedule to talk with us via satellite. Carson, are you there?
I am, Phil. How are you?
Good. How you doing, buddy? I hadn't seen you for a little while.
I know. I can't see you right now because I'm remote, but I'm sure you look amazing.
So where are you?
I'm actually in Eureka, California, which is way up, it's kind of near Oregon. I didn't even know California went this far north. And I'm taping my show for the OWN network called Carcination.
Yeah, tell us about that, by the way.
Well, basically, it's a makeover show, but it's kind of like a makeover road trip where I'm starting on the West Coast and I have an Airstream trailer filled with shoes and dresses and belts and accessories, and we're kind of winding our way through all of America.
We had a lot of fun working together on Get Your Own Show. I was on the first episode with you. I was curious what your overall impression was of the contestants.
Well, you know, I thought we got a great group of people, and the really cool thing is that I think about 20,000 people from all over the U.S. uploaded their videos and sent in applications to OWN to be on the show. So we had an amazing job of kind of bringing that down to 10 contestants that we brought to Los Angeles, and those were kind of the cream of the crop. And you saw in that very first episode that, you know, while a lot of it was great personality, a lot of people still didn't really have the finesse or have the chops to actually host a show.
Yeah, it was interesting to me how intense that got. I mean, because the hopefuls have to go through these challenges where they have to really see what it takes to have their own show. They have to actually, they had to produce a segment for me that I was in, and they had to be on stage and behind the camera. Did you pick up any cues after watching all the mentors come through?
People worked really, really hard, and I think that's the cool thing about the show is that it shows people at home that there's a lot that goes into being on TV.
I hope everybody will tune in. This show will premiere on January 7th, 2011 on OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network. And we're going to be looking for Carson Nation as well. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yes.
So, Carson, thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you.
All right, see you soon. Let me add for Ask Oprah's All-Stars, if you have any questions for me or for Dr. Oz or for Susie Orman, then you can go to drphil.com or you can go to the OWN Network site and you can click on Ask the All-Stars and submit your question, and we just might answer it right there. We're very excited about all of this. Talk to you soon. Well, I want to thank all of my guests today, and a special thanks to Robert Reams, Gold's Gym, Bistro MD, Carson Kressley, Steve Harvey. We had a lot going on today, right? Now, Steve has a new book, Straight Talk, No...